And the Raptors off to a slow start. Searching for their first points of the game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Greg, I thought it was a solid effort from them all the way around. I mean, as you and I know, moral victories are kind of empty consolation prizes. A loss is a loss.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the miss by DeRozan.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here's Navarro, finishes the break with a slam.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Oh, that's blocked. And they get it back. Valanciunas, good. Los Angeles leading by 9. DeRozan brings the double team. Paul outside. Passes it to Jordan. Griffin a screen on Johnson. Jordan kicks to Griffin. Back to Jordan. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And guys, we saw a nice development for James Johnson last year. He was 59% from the floor. Closest he had ever come to that in his 6 years was 46%. What a dramatic Clark improvement there.
Yeah, I think it was all due to shot selection. He dialed back on the number of threes that he was taking the year before, and his percentage went up.
Now here's Paul. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Here's Navarro. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots. And back to James Johnson. Yeah, he improved his shooting percentage, but the rest of his game has been kind of in a holding pattern. He's averaging neither highs nor lows in any other category, and that means to me he may have flattened out in terms of reaching his potential.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the miss by DeRozan. Paul, a good look. Again, Los Angeles.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
And Lowry gets it to go.
Talking about James Johnson, the reality is he's a role player. Like most NBA guys, he certainly can be a valuable role player, especially if he can shoot near 60% from the field again. But don't expect him to suddenly become LeBron. That's not his game, nor his ceiling.
Griffin's shot is off. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against New York.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yes, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Raptors trail by 11. He dishes it to DeRozan. Releases from 15. That one off the back iron and out.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Screened by Valanciunas. Outside DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Bangs home the trifecta. DeRozan's got 5 points so far.
Well, he's taken 8 shots and he's missed 6 of them. It's been uneven for him in terms of shooting. He's still trying to get on track, though.
Here's Navarro. He's coming off a 37-point game against New York.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score. And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Corey Joseph subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And again, no good by Toronto.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Kyle Lowry. Paul outside. Stolen by Joseph. Pass to Carroll.
Let's go.
5 on the clock. Ross on the wing. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Griffin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. You take a look at Jordan, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Clutch, right on the trail.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Yeah, and you've got to have a mix of options if you're going to shoot a high percentage like these guys do. You've got to be able to establish good position, and then you've got to have a nice feel around the bucket with both hands.
Here's Carroll after the Clippers pick up 2, and he gets it to go. Carroll's got his first 2 points of the night.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Carroll. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Navarro, 11-point game. The shot's good from Paul.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now here's Carroll. No good on the triple. Here's Navarro. Off target from outside. Toronto's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. There's the feed to Scola. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Griffin. Clippers leading by 13. Here's Navarro. Navarro, the pass to Navarro. Jordan dishes to Griffin, and he dunks it down.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Now here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Navarro, the pass to Griffin. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 13. And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team.